Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be creating yet another Wix.com website for you. Today we're going to be specializing in restaurants and food, since we all love to eat and we all love to smell and taste wonderful cuisines. Well, let's marketing your restaurant and food website today. So let's show you how to edit with the templates on Wix.com right here, right now. If you haven't done so already, do hit subscribe and follow us and drop us a comment below and let us know what you think about the video. Alright, so if you're familiar with us and what we're doing, I'm always showing you to create that new website. Once you're at My Sites on Wix.com, you're going to see that create a new website. And of course, the ADI is going to let you create a website for you and after you answer a few questions that's going to kind of do that. So here we got what kind of website should this be. Since we said restaurants and food, we're going to click restaurants and food and it's going to load. So that's the ADI, answer a few questions and it will create one for you in just a few moments. But how I like to do and how everybody else likes to do as well, from my knowledge, is to actually use a template and use drag and drop with those thousands of features that Wix has. So let's go to edit a template. Alright, restaurants and food website templates. Now these all look perfect. So we're going to do a bunch of videos on these as well in the future. We're going to do the catering and chefs, as you see, the restaurant, cafe, bakeries, bar, clubs, food and drinks too, and also show you some of the awesome features that they have and how to apply them to that website. So let's see, now we have selected all. Going down, let's see what do we have. Because we can do all, and we can just kind of pick one randomly as we look at the template and see what they have. Alright, that looks tasty. It's just a restaurant, fast food delivery, chocolate shop, Mexican restaurant, pizza restaurant. Let's say, you know what, let's do just a regular restaurant today. And I'm going to go through and see some of the other templates that they have. Alright, there's a bar, that's cool. Food chef. Cooking school, cake shop, food delivery. And we also have a chef restaurant. You can go jump a couple here and see some of the others. Alright. A food delivery Italian restaurant. I love Italian food. Let's take a look and see what this template has. Alright. And let's see what is going on. Pretty cool. Looks pretty interesting. And catering company. Let's see. Let's go back. And let's do the Italian restaurant. Let's take a look. Let's see the full demo first before we do that. So when you click on the full demo, it looks pretty good. Use this template as a starting point. We can just edit this side if we choose, but I'm going to go back. You can see this too at the top once you decide. Alright, that's pretty cool. Pretty basic, right? One page. And we can create a new page too, and I can show you how to do that and add that in the menu. Let's try that. Let's go to edit this site and give it just a few moments to load. Just a brief moment, not too long. And voila! Now we have our Italian restaurant. Okay, so we're going to start with some of the basics here. Of course, with this template, it's all done for you. Maybe you do have a Italian restaurant you want to do, maybe not. But here, we want to change the name. Edit text. Since we're going to do Italian restaurant, I'm going to edit, as you can see. We're going to change the text here. I like the design. I'm going to say Mario because Mario's restaurant. Alright. And I'm going to highlight again and go down below that line. And I'm not going to say restaurant. I'm just going to put Italian. Alright. Now we just changed the title. Alright. Now we got that title changed. Let's see. We got the background. We got the strip background too here. I like that strip background. And here's the pictures. There's an image here. If you like this, you can leave it. If you don't really like that and you really want to focus on this, you can see that's the image in the background with the line, and then you have another image that is actually stacked on top of that. Here we can just highlight the bottom and delete, and it's deleted. The same for the text, delete, and the same for this image, delete as well, and we just removed it. If you want to add that image, you can go right here to add. You can go to image, and you can upload for my images or free Wix images, stock images as well, Facebook, whichever you'd like. But before we go to doing that, let's look at the Pro Gallery here. This is just a gallery of showing the pictures. There's only 3 here. It's not going to move right yet, but you can just kind of look, and this is how you're going to do as well. So if you do the gallery, you're kind of showcasing your food, but for the sake of being, I'm going to actually show you how to create a gallery here on a separate page that's actually connected to this website. So we don't have to worry about this so much. It's great, it's cool, fantastic. And the menu is kind of going to be the same, but I just want to show you just with pictures, for example, if you really want to showcase your food. All right, let's see. Now we remove that pesky picture here. Well, I think it's pesky. So now we've done that. Let's create an additional site for just showcasing your food, or a gallery. So going back to add, we can see here on the left, we can add here, and see we can do, let's go to menu, site menu. That's the menu here, and we're going to add a page. We're going to add a blank page, because we want it to be just blank and added. Alright, now we have a new page. Now let's name that new page. Alright, let's say our food gallery, right? Our food gallery, there we go. And we add it. Now we have a new page. And then when you look at the site menu here on the page, our food gallery. And there we go. Alright, now this is exactly just for the food gallery. And you can see when we go back to menus and pages and we go to the home page, this is the home page. Now, we're not finished with the home page just yet, so don't be in a hurry. Alright, we have a paragraph. Here you can drag and drop the same, don't forget about that. We can drag and drop. Let's see, I'm going to keep it in the center. And here it's just an empty text. And best tasty food, because I'm going to use, nope. We're going to use the text idea option that it has, best tasty food. And it's going to give us, and it went back again. And that's my error. Okay, let's just say tasty food. Alright, now I removed it and I'm going to add it again. The text box, you'll see how we did that. Text, heading, 3, and I'm going to drag and drop. And now we have that text. Now I want it to be a little bit bigger. Get text ideas. Tasty food for you, right? Food forum, food charity, food bank, food mark, and it's going to give you those choices here. Now, I don't want to use any of these because I'm just going to describe my restaurant. And I'm going to delete. And let's see, I'm going to make them bold, italic, and the color, I want it to be gray. And I'm going to start typing. So you can see as we're typing, right? Alright, now the font size, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Right, too small. There we go. The best food in the market that is truly blah blah blah, truly authentic Italian, right? Now, that's what I put in. Of course, you can make this bigger. All you have to do is just drag and make this bigger as well. And we can just drag and move this a little bit. Give us more space. There we go. All right, perfect. Okay, now that is what we have below. Now, let's get back to our additional food gallery site. Okay, go into menus and pages, our food gallery. We're there already. Okay, perfect. Now this is the page just for your food gallery. Now we've already created that. It's already in the menu. So we can go to Add, and let's go down to Gallery. Here we go. Now you have, when you click, you have exactly the recommended, right? Which is going to be that Grid Pro and the Artboard as well. You have the Pro galleries. You're going to have Grid, Thumbnail, Stacked, Masonry, your collages as well, if you want to make a collage for your food, which is pretty cool for a restaurant. So we can do that. You also have this grid, the rollover, and the grid Polaroid. The slider galleries. Let's do a slider gallery because you can just kind of click. It's going to make it pretty interesting. And I'm going to add, and there we go. And I'm going to make it symmetrical. Now, when you see this purple line, it's exactly the center of the page. So anytime you're trying to really move over, you want to find that perfect position, these lines help you. So that's dead center, and we just follow that line, and there we go. Completely symmetrical. All right, now this is the slider. Let's go ahead and change the images first for this. Let's see, I'm going to only have 3 for now. So I'm going to delete these other 3, just to kind of show you guys how to add them. You can add as many as you want for the slider gallery. Alright, now, we actually have the photo 1, 2, and 3. But of course, they have nothing to do with food. So when we're going to select, and we're going to replace this image. Alright. And give it just a moment. Now, of course, if you have your own pictures, which I'm assuming you are, you can just upload the media. If you caught in the last videos, you understand that we can upload films, music, everything right here at the same board. Well, today we're going to do exactly media from Wix. And you have this wonderful search bar. So we're actually going to, once the page loads, we're going to say Italian food. Alright, click enter. And it's going to pull up all of the templates for photographs that we have. Now we have pizza, pasta, we have a bunch. So I'm going pizza with salami and mushrooms. Oh man, that sounds awesome. Alright, I'm going to select, and I fixed it. There we go. And that's our first gallery. Now I'm going to go to the second one, back over to the right, replace the image. The same. Italian food. And now, because I'm choosing the pictures from Wix.com, but of course you can upload all of them together and then just select from my files or my files as well, my boards, and you can use them. All right, so we did pizza. Now ooh, that looks really tasty. What else do we have here? Okay, let's choose this. I'm going to choose the image. We're going to load. We have a new one. And our third image, we're going to replace it as well. The same, media from Wix. And I'm going to be more specific for you guys. More Italian pasta. Alright, let's see what they got. And a lot more choices as well. And we got restaurants. And here we go. Look toward tortellini. Perfect. And I'm going to upload. Alright, now we have completed our photos. Now, there you go. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you something. But just where you can see, let's do the preview. Now we have the preview. This is our slider. So when you click, it's going to scroll over to the images you chose. Pretty cool, right? Now do you see this information right here, describe your image? Now let me show you how to exactly go back to that. So we're going to go back to the editor. We're going to select, change images. Alright, do you see this? Alright, now pizza with salami and mushrooms. Describe your image. Now, because we have describe your image, we're exactly going to say the best in the house. Alright, now you can also have a link, And when you create a link, you can do this with the anchors. You remember the anchor deal? You can actually put that link to on this picture to go back to the menu, or we can actually do it to pre-order if you plan on doing like online orders, for example. So you can use that same link right here to produce that and actually have them, oh man, that looks great. I want that. I'm going to go order it. Bing. You can put it in your cart the same way. The best in the house. All right. And we're going to go to done just for this one. And we're going to go back to previews where you can see now with the picture. The best in the house. Do you see that? How cool is that? All right. Now, so this is exactly how to add that. Now let's go over to a little bit more, let's say, designer details for you guys. Going back to editor. Okay. And now we're back to editor. I'm going to click again. Now we have design and settings. Let's go to settings. Now you can do the navigational arrows or not. You can do a play button if you want to do a play button. Now how long in between images, you're actually giving that like how many seconds you have as well. So I want to set that as well, so you can just, it automatically goes, right? So I'm going to select that, plays on loading. I'm going to click yes, and you can have it fit or auto crop as well, and you can fit it. There you go. All right, they open and they pop up. You can now. How does transition affects? You can actually do it where it's going to go up and down, if it's going to crossfade or out and in. So the effects. I am going to do the crossfade option. How long do they last? About 1.5 to 2 and 4. And where they start, from right or from left. I'm going to choose from left. Now that's the settings. That's the slide deck settings. Let's leave that alone. Now let's go to the design. Alright, now the gallery design, this is kind of where we already were. Just to kind of show you, you can do this without having to go here, but just to kind of show you to go ahead and get it started, we need to go to the add features, right? So you can also do a custom design if you want. And this is going to be the same. I'm going to go to the border though, and this is what's going to be on the outline. I don't want black here. Maybe I want white, as you can see, or red, or a specific color. I'm going to choose this red. I'm going to double click. All right, now the width. Do you see how we're changing that? I'm going to keep it kind of conservative. There we go. All right, now the text. You can change the text in it as well. For the description font, you can do custom feature light and the description. And there we go. Now, there's a shadow, which kind of posted from the same. You can do the shadow as well. Let's go to the shadow, enable shadow first. And we can say right here, the distance, the size. Now, all of this just creates that shadow for you. And you see here, and let's do a white shadow. So that way you can actually see it a little bit better. All right. Now, coming back up, you can see the angle where we're going to put that shadow. I'm going to leave it about right here. All right. And the blur, you can make it, there we go. And the size, you can make it bigger as well. And there we go. Now, I like that. That's pretty cool. It kind of really grabs your attention. Now, let's do the animation for the whole slider in itself as it pops up, right? So you can do this, and I'm going to do the expand in. Wow, super cool. All right. Now, that's our menu. And you can stretch it. You can stretch it to the full width of the page too, just the same, but it's showing the border. You see how we did that? So that's not so cool for me. I like it kind of dead in the center. Now, if you want to make this a little bit bigger, you can the same or smaller without having to actually do what I just showed you. So we'll go right here, and there we go. All right, now let's exit out. All right, now we have exactly created the website, gallery here for the extra menu. Now let's talk about the menu. Now I've changed some colors. I've changed the name. I want to change the color of the writing. Right? So we can come through and you can see with the menu design as well, different colors, different buttons for that if you want to choose that option as well. Now when you click custom, you can have the text. And I want to change the color to red 2. Now I selected the color. Now where you can see this font size, you can change. And let me just move this over here. I'm going to change the font size to just a little bit more, not too small, not too big. Alright, and make them bold and italic. You can tell it's my favorite. And there you go. And you can even change the font to how you want. I'm going to put this fancy lobster. There we go. Alright, now let's take a preview at our site that we created. Alright, you see how that came in? Super cool, right? It fades in. And you can click over as well. And that's it for the site. There we go. And it fades in, it holds for a few seconds, and it comes to the next one, fades out. This is going to come through as well. And we can go to our story, and you can see that it actually turns white and highlights it as well. And of course, our story is pretty much like how we became to be, etc., etc. And you can change this all the same as far as with any text. But I really wanted to kind of highlight for you guys the gallery options and how to add that, especially with restaurants and food. So we're going to continue with restaurants and food and chefs and some other options too in the future. So don't forget to subscribe and follow us for those more tips and tricks. And we're going to show you also how to add a few other things. And of course, we're going to go over some of the other basics we went over before, like changing the background as well, changing these photos the same way. And so don't miss another video if you haven't caught up with us already. So be sure to follow us, drop a comment below, and I'll see you again next time.